after that.
And they're gonna be ads too, so they can hear it unless they're subs.
Oh, I probably have ads. I do.
Yeah, they're gonna
I
be
do
ads.
have ads.
They're gonna be
Sick.
ads like crazy.
All right. Well, Jennifer has to beg for a sub so that we can at least make some money. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
We gotta get the first DM 1 sub 1 flex.
That's true. Tim, Fearbolts,
Man, it's gonna
do
be
not
so
typically
hard to
get that tall.
do.
But
You guys are...
But my character's dad was a character my friend played in my first D&D game. That was his character, and his character got blessed by the Green Father.
Okay.
So as long as he lived and upheld the promise, he would keep growing to like the trees in their area. So he keeps growing. So he's like 15 feet now.
Spells.
I don't have to pick spells yet. Yay!
I don't think I get spells. At
Oh
least
my
not
god,
yet.
you people.
You
Pat,
people.
I'm
DM,
not
I
gonna
shouldn't
pick my
have to do
spells
this.
until you put a problem in front of me, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll just do that.
Oh yeah, I have that.
I have that.
Got it.
Yeah, now we're talking.
Oh,
Take
woo,
that.
welcome.
Hello, 1 sub 1 flex. Hey.
Arr.
Yo. This
Arr.
lends itself to a pool party stream too.
Okay.
Because we're already Wayward Shores, beachy, all that stuff.
Yeah,
we could,
guys.
make Pat set up in the backyard in like the little kiddie pool.
Yeah.
Let's do an Indiegogo so that we can hang out at the central location, which... Oh, it's St. Louis. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, isn't that
Oh,
funny?
wow.
Well, I mean, Brett really throws the math off, so that's why,
I
you
think
know?
Brett and I throw the math off.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think I get direct flights to you, actually.
Yeah, Brett's farther, so it pulls it away from Chicago. And you're south, so it pulls it down. Weird.
Right back
Can
into St. Louis.
somebody explain? We seem to have a lot of new people. Can someone explain what I'm doing, please, for
1
me? So
sub
I'm
1
No,
You're
no,
flexing.
what?
What's
We don't know what he's
there's
doing
nothing
either. I don't know what he's
I don't know
doing.
what this is.
We don't know what this is.
They made
Yeah,
me
you're
do
flexing.
this. They made
No
me
one
do
makes
this.
you do anything, Pat.
Yeah,
no
Pat,
one's
what are you
making
talking
you do
about?
anything.
Why are you objectifying yourself?
Yeah, I don't know
Well,
what's
I would
happening.
too if I look like that.
This is
to be
really
honest.
weird.
For subs.
Yeah.
This is really weird.
Objectifying
Pat.
yourself.
Yeah, this is a running joke that I believe started one of the weeks that I wasn't here a couple years ago,
I
maybe.
believe- yes.
And
I think it was it the bandits side quest?
yeah,
Might have
maybe
been.
something like that.
Our bandit one shot. Our 5 episode one shot.
Our 5-episode one shot.
Yeah.
Part one shot.
So you know, whenever we get a sub, Pat flexes. You know, no one asked him to. It was just something
He
that.
volunteered it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
So if you have
Sam-
a Twitch Prime, if you want to re-up your sub now as opposed to on Tuesday, I mean, this is a great time to do it. And Pat is looking extra tight this morning, so
Yeah, he is.
it's such
Do
a
any
great,
of the
great look.
other cast members need a sub? Because I do.
I don't think
Newt.
I can sub because I am the channel.
Oh, that's fair.
That is fair.
I'm shouting out Sir Newt for coming back to us.
Yeah, yeah,
Or
what's
with
up?
us for
How you
our
been?
adventures in hell, but not in the north.
Oh shit!
Sir Newt hates cold. I get that.
I'm with you. Cold sucks.
Only
I'm a
hell.
summer boy.
Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. We're super excited. Like we said, we were ready to go a couple weeks ago, but GeeklyCon, so here we are. And you know what? I think post 4th of July was really the time to do this, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
After our nation's most sacred holiday.
Yeah. What'd you guys do for the 4th? I ate steak and drank beer and played Pictionary and America Trivia.
I worked.
I
Most American thing of all.
played Diablo a little bit, I think.
Also American as hell.
I did nothing.
Hell
Literally
yeah.
nothing.
That's not
Which
very
was fine by
American,
me.
and I don't support that. How's the sound, by the way? Right now I have it that I'm just as loud as them, which I think legally means I'm probably louder. But let me know.
That's amazing. I want a $30 steak for $2.
Yo, my brother made steak, and it was so good. That's why I don't like steak from restaurants, because any steak on a grill is like 5 times better than any steak that's under like $90. I'm sure there's places that do it right, but whenever I get it, it's like, oh, this is just a hunk of meat. Where's the
Yeah.
where's the juice? Where's the
But
the
Tim, you
goo?
don't exclusively With all that greetings adventures money, Tim, you don't exclusively eat A5 Wagyu?
No, I have a house now, so I don't have money.
You're right. See,
Back in Boston, Wagyu is too expensive. Now in St. Louis, where food is cheaper, I have house, so I don't have any money.
yeah, it all evens out.
It evens out. Motherfuckers. Can we don't have time to get into what escrow is, but I'm so fucking pissed.
I still don't. I've owned a house for 5 years. I still don't understand what that word means.
Yeah, I don't know either.
All right, we're gonna go around. Awesome. First, I'm taking the reins back.
You're in charge.
I'm supposed to be the one in charge now. Let's go around and introduce ourselves, because we might have some people who have not joined us for our afternoon shows in the past. And since I'm already talking, I'm going to go ahead and just keep talking and start. Hello, my name is Pat Edwards. I am a professional writer, novelist, TTRPG designer, and I am going to be the storyteller, as we say at my company, Storytellers Forge, which is our fun word for GM, for this campaign called The Wayward Shores. And we'll talk more about that in a minute. We're going to go clockwise on the screen. That will be Jennifer.
Hi.
Who are you? Just Jennifer right now.
Just me. I'm Jennifer, not Tim's wife, Jennifer, not to be confused with Tim's wife, Jennifer. I'm Jennifer Pegg. I'm a freelance artist and illustrator. That's what I've got going on. Find me on socials at Jen Pegg.
Wonderful. Brett.
Hello, I'm Brett Eagleston, and I do other than this, musics and stuff. Look me up on Twitter, Brett Eagles, and there are links in bio. But buy my music.
Tim.
Hey everybody, I'm Tim Lanning, co-owner of Geekly Inc. I'm a professional content creator, a humorist, if you will, who likes to create fun, nerdy content for you on the internet, and I'm so thankful that you're here.
And Josh.
Hi, my name is Josh. I go by Josh Sketh on all across the internet, all the social media platforms, and even the ones that are still gated communities. If I get an invite to it, you'll find me on there with this name. It's great. It's fun. Follow me. I post mess. And I posted new pictures. I took a bunch of pictures of Keegan using my 70s porn star filter on Instagram. So I posted some of this.
Nice.
Is that a new one? Oh my god, you guys are tired at the end of this.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah, dog.
You're flexing. Just get used to it. Pat, you're gonna be so sweaty. You should go ahead and take your shirt off now.
How many subs before Tim does a calf flex?
I mean,
how many subs until we see Tim's calves?
It's a great question.
Level
we've gotten a lot. I don't think we're gonna get more than today. So
That's fair.
Okay.
Probably not.
Let's jump right in because I'm excited to
Cats and me for free.
Damn.
I mean, if that's not
that wasn't even the good angle. That wasn't even the good angle.
I mean, I'd argue that's a great
Is
angle.
Tim on WikiFeet yet?
My niece and nephew constantly threaten to put me on it, which I think is so fucking funny.
Someone in chat put him up there. The cats love him.
All right.
True.
Without further ado, let's jump right in.
So,
far off the coast of any mainland, well beyond the horizon, there rests a quiet little archipelago of some 300 islands, most of which to this day are still not explored, or at least explored by anyone who's made it back to talk about them. It is a place that has a knack for attracting the weird, the quirky, the fun, the dangerous in the world. A place where anyone can start over. A place called the Wayward Shores. Now, our story opens on a ship, the Buoyant Betty, a massive freighter ship that has set sail from the mainland for the port town of Bridgesport, often referred to as the doorstep of the shores. Bridgesport is a massive, literally one giant port floating in the middle of the ocean. It is the furthest island on the edge of the shores of this island chain. It is where most people that are coming from the mainland arrive. And the Buoyant Betty is no stranger to this route. It travels carrying passengers and goods many, many times. However, on this particular trip, a terrible, awful, violent storm descends upon the Betty. It's not storm season. This is very uncharacteristic for this time of year and this part of the ocean. But this storm is so violent, so intense, that the Buoyant Betty splits in half and begins to sink.
No, not Betty.
Cut to a few short hours later, as dawn is breaking on the eastern horizon, we see a few bodies laying on the beach of an island. Jennifer, I'd like you to describe the first body we see kind of waking up and coming to and coming back to consciousness on the laying on the shore.
You see she's armored. She's armored like a knight. She's got like silverish, gold accented armor with like a towel. Also, she's a frog. She's pink and green. She's a strawberry frog. That's Nimue. She's a strawberry frog who is armored.
Excellent. And lying on the beach next to this frog is a human man. Brett, what's this human man look like?
I tried actually really hard to embody what he looks like today. Lying on the sand is Sensei Steve, martial arts expert. He is human, about 5'10", and he's just wearing his fighting gear, always ready for a challenge.
Excellent. And next to him is a water genasi who's drawing on themselves as they lay on the beach.
I wrote damaged.
No, damn.
Look at it's reversed. There's a water genasi about 5'10", give or take. His head is fully underwater. And his like ass is up in the air. He has like an athletic build, long kind of flowing leather overcoat, light green hair pulled back, lots of tattoos, light green kind of under the water sort of patterned skin with light green hair with bits of pieces of it sort of dyed a darker blue. And he is a water genasi bard named Tempest Tallahassee.
It's the smart ass name.
And next to Tempest, a kobold starts waking up and sputtering and spitting water. And what do they look like, Josh?
Okay, well, I'm waking up. Okay, so if you, So waking up and tossing around like is a very small kobold. He has like very like dingy silvery scales, and he's got like pretty like obnoxious horns. They almost look like antlers, but not as dramatic. And he's wearing like a blue shirt with some like leather armor on it. Just travel like adventuring pants, adventuring shoes. You just imagine like a ranger.
Standard attire.
Think like Link when you start Tears of the Kingdom. Think that.
Got it.
That's kind of what he's wearing.
Shorts. Oh wait, the other one.
Okay.
Yeah. And he's got a tail, and he's probably accidentally whacking Tempest with his tail while he's like flailing around. And then he's gonna look around and see no one else is doing that, so he's gonna like sharpen up, and be like, oh yeah, I'm cool.
And real quick, looking around, you do see up and down this beach a few other bodies kind of coming to, random wreckage and refuse, some like splintered pieces of wood, some crates, some chests. And at the far sort of, you don't know north, south, east, west, but up the beach a ways from you, you see the back end of the Buoyant Betty, or the butt of the ship, as it were, to use official nautical terms. Aft, I believe it's called.
Ass.
The ast
The
of the
bussy
ship.
of the ship.
Mm-hmm. And with that, what do you do?
All right. I think Steve is probably first one on his feet because he's got those reflexes.
Oh, you like jump up.
Yeah, just a real cool like back spring onto his feet. And he looks around. He's like, "Oh, whoa, this what happened? You guys like okay over here?"
We're obviously not okay,
Yes.
dumbass. This is terrible. Oh god.
Well, what even happened? Like, is that half a boat?
Ugh.
Covered in sand. Ah!
Nimue's got all of her limbs in the air. Like, can anyone help me up?
I just walk over and kind of like nudge Nimue, like, ugh, here you go, bro chacho, good luck.
Nimue perches like a frog, like an actual frog.
This is so bad for my skin, you guys. Does anyone have like an umbrella or an ointment or something?
I have
My shit's
vials
fucked.
of water, and they're vials that look a lot. They're potion vials that she's emptied out and filled with water.
Well, okay, give me all your water.
Is that going to be a theme? Just slamming waters.
Oh, we're straight on a desert island. I'll take 6
Yeah, we
waters,
gotta stay
please.
hydrated, I guess.
Yeah. What'd you do? Who did this?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, the only other time I've seen like a ship split in half is, if they hit like an iceberg. But we're like tropical, bro. So,
Oh, you've seen the ships split in half?
I've heard about it, but I'm kind of a tropical bro myself. So,
Oh.
Okay, word. Tight. I like that. Good energy. Perfect. Fuck. My ass hurts. I hit a big old rock down there. I can breathe underwater, so that part I wasn't afraid about. But when I hit my ass on something, that's my moneymaker. Can't be having that.
Steve leans over.
Nimue looks like she shoves her face uncomfortably close to your butt, and it's just like, no, it looks okay.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
You rock. It's always good to meet a fan.
Should
Fan of what?
Anyways, yeah.
should we go see if like everybody else is okay? I think there might be a dead person over there.
Corpses.
Oh, you see some bodies that are not moving. What you do see is, if you are looking up the road, you see a dwarven woman stomping your way down the beach.
Here comes trouble. I'm kidding.
As passengers on the ship, you would recognize her as Tofa Leadfoot, the ship's bosun, which is like the third in command on the ship. Usually.
True.
Tofa, you fucked it. I want my money back.
She completely ignores the comment, and
Fuck you.
And
I guess, okay.
she sees all of you. Are all of you standing at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
it
pouring-
doesn't look like I'm standing, but yeah.
Yeah, pouring water out of
Like-
anything that can hold water. Shoe. Cup.
She kind of
Heck.
assesses like, well, y'all don't look too worse for wear. We got some injured folk. And you look like you can stand, so you got no broken legs. So that's good. No, let's go. Let's get on up the beach with me, and let's do some inventory. Figure out how the fuck we're gonna survive this.
Hey,
So that's easy.
has anyone noticed all these people on the island? This is the first time Nimue has noticed the other people.
Yeah, that's who were, other people that was on the ship.
Oh, you didn't
With
mean
us.
them.
Oh, sad, man.
Oh, the dead. Yeah,
Yeah, that's bummer.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do something about those dead ones.
You can get like a
later.
fire or something.
I mean, have you
Throw them in the sea for the
not-
fish,
no.
man. That's beautiful. That's poetry.
Okay, sure.
Fucking love that shit. Ow.
Look, I got folks injured up the way.
All
so I just wanna
right.
see if y'all was okay. You all, so she just turns away and starts walking back up because it's obvious none of you are
Bye.
really
Very rude.
injured. So
Steve wants to help.
Hey,
No.
kind of
Wait,
chase
hold
after her like, hey, we got off the wrong foot.
No, it's just lead foot.
Leadfoot.
Yeah.
I like that. That's funny. I'm remembering that. You're funny.
all right, okay. As far as I can tell, the captain and the first mate did not make it.
And then the other
so
half.
I'm kind of
Make it
assuming
where?
alive. They're
Isn't that
alive.
convenient?
Yes, it's so convenient for me to be stranded on this fucking island with y'all.
There's probably food. Is there like trees and stuff?
Yeah, do you guys want to? Does anyone want to look around or?
Yeah.
I'll look around.
Play some D&D.
Yeah, fuck it.
Would you want me to roll a perception or some shit?
Steve's trying to help with
No,
the
it's fine.
medical.
Just looking around. Yeah, you know what? Do that for me. Roll a perception.
Do a perception?
Anyone who wants to. Yeah.
All right.
I got a dirty 20, baby.
Nat 20.
Okay.
I'm not
Good
rolling.
first roll.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's freaking go.
Okay. So here's what all of you. Here's what's very plain to see.
Mhm.
Okay. So from where you're standing, if you're kind of looking up the beach, based on the position of the sun in the sky, you can tell that you seem to be on an eastern/southeastern edge of this island. Okay.
Mhm.
And north from you, if you go north up the beach, sort of northeast up the beach, it's kind of on a diagonal there. That's where all the people are and the wreckage and everything. Inland is very quickly becomes dense forest, dense jungle, dense vegetation. If you look south, it stretches on for a good way before kind of stopping at some craggy rock outcroppings that kind of act almost as like a border or buffer to this section of beach. So you kind of like south behind you, beach kind of stretches for a while, hits rocks, stops. Inland is all just a solid wall of vegetation. You look up, you see the people, the beach. Steve, with that nat 20,
Great roll.
Great.
as
roll.
you survey kind of your surroundings, on the horizon, no one sees anything. It's just water, just blue water in every other direction. But you see inland, so you have the vegetation, and then at the north sort of third of the island, a decent sized sort of mountain kind of rises up. And you see a mountain, you see a waterfall going down somewhere in the middle of all the vegetation. And Steve, you catch could have been mistaken, could have been a trick of the light. You actually catch the glint, like light reflecting off something for a moment at the very top of the mountain. But
Oh. All right.
so that's what you all see for now.
Noted.
I want to go to some of the hurt, injured people that appear to be alive. And yeah, Pat, is there someone close by that isn't dead? But I guess I want to like investigate some of the bodies if I can do that.
Yeah. So there's only a few dead bodies, but as far as the people that look like they're alive and moving around, you see there's seven other people.
Are any of them like obviously injured or anything?
Yeah, definitely. Yes, there is two that are obviously injured. One is an older human woman who the bosun Tofa and a few other individuals are looking like they're trying to make a makeshift splint for her leg, which may be broken. Before you can get over to her, though, you hear a voice kind of yell at you. Oh my, someone help me, please. This hurts so bad. This is the worst thing that's ever happened to anyone anywhere.
Oh, baby, you survived. Look at you.
You see a orc man
Oh, never mind.
who is I know you who is obviously has not spent much time doing anything physical or athletic. He definitely looks like he's spent a lot of time indulging himself over the years, dressed in incredibly fine silks, many of which are ruined and ripped, and he's got some maybe like 6-inch splinters of wood sticking out of like his back and his shoulders. Like, get it out! Oh, this is the worst. You'll be hearing from my representatives.
Noticing that this dude looks rich, Tempest will just go over like, "Hey man, don't worry about it," and I just grab all of the splinters with one gloved hand and rip them out with.
Oh, but
at the exact same time, I want to cast Healing Word on them. Like, hey, believe in yourself, baby.
He's, oh,
more of that came from
souls capable. Listen, I'm very rich, and I will pay you handsome sums of money. I don't really do labor. We're gonna need food. I'm very hungry. You should find me something.
Well, that works for me,
to
man.
Make you wealthy. Once we get off this god's-forsaken island.
Absolutely. Well, come here.
I have cricket jerky.
But that one has cricket jerky. That's good here.
Opening early with the random item jerky. Huh?
A figure kind of steps in front of you all, between you and this orc. This sort of foppish, well-dressed orc man. A human man with a pair of swords strapped to his back, brown hair with streaks of blonde, tied up in a bun, sun-withered skin.
Hell yeah.
And he hands out, he reaches down and hands a water jug and a wrapped sort of stuff wrapped in cloth. And he goes, I found you some salted pork, sir. Here you go. You said you had lots of money.
Hey, back the fuck off. This is my rich old dude.
He turns around and looks at you, and his eyes are just like piercing green.
Yeah.
Just like two little emeralds.
Yeah. Step up to me, bitch.
Sun-weathered tan, this hair in this bun.
Yeah, you look cool as shit. I don't give a fuck. Step back. Find your own money ticket.
Oh, no. See here, chap. There's no reason to be that way. And he said, the man is just simply offering services, and I feel I am the best equipped to take care of him.
I'll kill you. Back off.
Will you now? I would love to see that.
Well,
guys, like, there's no need to fight here.
He's trying to steal my rich guy.
My rich guy.
I should have known that Tempest would. I made him to be terrible, and yet Tempest is like stuff.
Florida, baby.
The man holds his hand out, and he goes, "Oh, are you? So you a fellow soldier of fortune?"
Sure.
Oh.
Yeah, that's it.
See your weapons.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm an adventurer. That's what it is. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I believe you. Roll deception.
Shut up.
Listen, I'm standing right there, and I'm doing the same stance as Tempest, which is probably not very imposing. It's probably very like Floridian and like.
I'm
beachy.
standing off to the side and frog blinking. That thing where they like only blink one of their
I don't
eyes
like
at
that.
a time.
10 deception.
Yes, an adventurer. Yes. Well, perhaps you've heard of me. My name is Kellic Rahl. I'm notorious sellsword mercenary.
I don't know who that is.
Probably heard of me. Tempest, Tallahassee.
No.
Fuck
definitely
you.
not. Is that a real name?
Of course it's a real name.
Oh.
Stage name.
Interesting. As you all are kind of having this moment, Tofa yells out again, like, "Hey, y'all quit doing whatever the fuck y'all's doing.
Surrounding one guy as like
something useful.
All
Don't
right.
y'all get
Steve.
on and help old Tiller. Look, collect the stuff, and you see where she, if anyone looks where she's pointing, or
I want to like escort old rich man away from other guy into the shade.
Make me a he's kind of looking between the two of you.
Persuasion? Yeah.
Yeah.
Try to inspire yourself, baby.
That's true. 16. Persuasion, like, hey, listen, this guy, he's a little too hard. He's not used to the finer things like me and you, man.
Can I aid in this persuasion?
How are you gonna aid? Describe to me how.
How dare you?
Because in character. So, we're all fairly new acquaintances here, right? But like Sensei Steve knows people. And he might seem a little gruff, but I think he might be your guy. This guy's giving me slipping the southern there, sorry.
Let's go.
A little bit of the bad vibes, like you don't.
Did you just refer to yourself in the third person?
What's a third?
There's like 8 people here.
5.
Yeah.
of us.
Everyone calls me that.
I'm like loudly counting as I'm pointing around the circle.
The orc man forgot whose name is Fontini Appledown.
Okay, hell yeah, let's go.
Love that drink.
He said, "Oh, boys, there's no reason to fight over me. I'm very, very rich. You can both be my temporary servants."
God damn it.
To Tempest, he says, "You look like you could be very good at nurturing, maybe rubbing feet and fetching snacks. And I like the look of this one with the swords. He could protect me from whatever dirty dangers."
Right. Yeah. Have him stand on the edge.
Yes.
That's good.
I like you both can lead him, and he'll like each of you lead him by a hand to like somewhere to sit, like a hunk of.
I want to
wood or
go
something.
faster than the other guy.
There you go.
Gotta drag him.
All
Calic matches you step for step.
Bitch.
He's very quick. He
right.
sits down.
In the meantime, Steve would like to grab some of the torn silks and whatever on the ground and start trying to go help and bandage other people, because this feels very silly to be spending a lot of time on when everyone's like dying on the beach.
Really, there was the injuries that Mr. Appledown had, and then there's this old human woman with the broken leg, which is being set, and everyone else who survived seems to be pretty okay.
Oh.
But otherwise, but there were over 100 people on the ship, and
Whoa.
you've got 3 or 4 dead bodies on the beach, and
Yuck.
those of you. So, the grand scheme of things, but. You can. So there's, like I said, there's old woman sitting down now with her leg in a. I'll describe the rest of the people. So you've got, Mr. Appledown. If you got the Calic, the sellsword, you have the ship's bosun, Tofa. You have this old woman, human woman. You have Tofa had yelled at you to go help someone. She called Tiller, and you look back. He's back towards where the water's lapping up, and he's collecting just pieces of debris. And Tiller is what is known as a Wayama. Now, you might have heard of Wayama, the 4 of you. I don't believe any of you have ever been to the shores before, to Wayward Shores.
I have.
Yeah, I think I'm sort of from here or adjacent from here. Close enough.
Okay. So those of you who would know this. If this is your first time, you probably have never seen one before. It's Wayama are people. They're aquatic humanoids.
Okay.
And they stand usually on average anywhere from like 6 to 6.5 feet tall. They don't have noses. Skin is kind of a light greenish purple, pale, and what is very noticeable is they all have, despite having 2 arms and 2 legs, they also each have 2 tentacles that sprout kind of from the back of their shoulders and hang down the same length as their arms. And
That's
those of you who are
sexy.
familiar with them know Tiller's probably not his real name. Wayama, especially ones that have chosen a surface life, because the majority live under the water down in submerged cities deep on the ocean floor, is they like to adopt what they call surface names that are indicative of whatever trade they're applying.
Nice.
Cool.
Pat.
And we have, just so you all know, there is for our listeners and our viewers, we have art of all of this. We'll start showing soon in future episodes.
yeah.
We have art of Wayama. We have character art coming next week. It was like 95% done. It'll be here. We have amazing character art.
Did you explain what
we
the
have
background of this setting is and how it relates to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. This is a personal pet project that Brett and I have been working on, and Brett on the back is my quick timeout. And we are working on a book for this setting that we're going to release at some point. So if you like it, you'll have a chance to play in it yourself with all content. That the adventure is completely original, and all the content in the book, other than locations as far as adventures and narratives, is going to be completely saved for the book.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, people from the last season might remember we were like polling about like, well, what we're doing an adventure, but what are we doing with it? And it's ending up as a book instead of the monthly thing.
Oh yeah.
The last person is another orc man, kind of grizzled. You might recognize him as Doss, who was the ship's cook.
Oh,
and
nice.
He seems to be foraging around the edge of the tree line looking for vegetation. Just examining the vegetation.
Is that
Pat?
Okay.
I have a question, Pat. Not to split the party, but I do want to go look for food and fresh water.
Yeah. Okay. So you tell me which is a priority, or like, where do you want to go? Do you want to make sure you see like up and down the beach where the beach begins and ends? Do you want to go look for a way to get deeper into the island? Do you want to walk?
I'm gonna go straight deeper into the island. I'm a ranger, baby, and I'm unsurpassed. I'm an unsurpassed explorer and survivor.
Hell yeah.
Out of character, I have watched so much Naked and Afraid in preparation for this. So yeah, my immediate thoughts are like, oh fuck these people. We need water and food, and then a place to like shelter.
We need a fuck ton of water. Tallahassee's just going to be dumping everyone's supplies on himself.
Yeah.
So I'm going to
thirsty.
Yeah. So while Tempest goes to do that, I'm going to be like, I'll be back. And I'm going to like scamper into the tree line.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. Well, as you go, Doss, the ship, sees you as it's like, you looking for food? I'll come with.
Okay. Just be sneaky, I guess.
He's a very burly orc man.
Christ alive.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a deer.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm very long bodied for a kobold. Think like a serpentine style dragon almost.
Mm-hmm.
So I've somewhat shorter legs, but I can like weave around. So like while I'm like weaving around branches and or brush and stuff, I imagine he's just like trudging through.
Yes. You're like barely disturbing anything. And then moments later, he's in the same path, but just like snapping branches left and right, stomping, coming through. I will say you probably go 60 to 90 or so feet inland.
Okay.
And then roll me a perception.
Roll an anti-big spider check.
Anti-big spider check. 24, baby.
24. Okay. You
Plus
start to
19.
see, you actually find quickly going in, you see an abundance of almost most of these trees are fruit bearing and bushes. And you quickly clock 3 different kinds of what looks like fruit. On these low bushes, there are berries that are purple in color. And then some trees seem to be hanging bunches of long, almost like look like bananas, but they're red.
Mm-hmm.
And then another one is sprouting spherical, round fruits that seem to have like a little bit of a hard shell on them and almost kind of hairy, and they're turquoise though in color.
It's about to be One Piece so bad in here. Do I need to roll any like a nature check or something to determine toxicity?
Probably you want to so you want to harvest, and Doss is pointing that out too. He's like, whoa, oh look at that, we got a couple of choices here. Yeah, should we get some of all of it?
And maybe. Shh. I gotta think. And I'm gonna do my little thinking hands. And then, yeah, I want to know if they're actually edible or if they're just pretty. Because sometimes when things in nature are very bright colored,
So
they're
true.
fucking dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Or they could just be bright so the birds find them.
So, describe to me. I would like kind of in world. So, like, there's the mechanic of rolling. What are you? Is this something that Eck is proficient in or has experience in identifying
Yes.
vegetation?
One might say
Okay.
I have expertise in nature checks, but
Okay.
We're
gonna roll 3. You're gonna roll 3, one for each type of fruit, though. So tell me which one. So again, there
Easy
were
peasy.
purple berries, red bananas. So just for they each have name, but purple berries, red bananas, and like a turquoise coconut type thing.
Yeah. So I'll do the berries first. I'll go lowest to highest. The berries
Okay.
first. I went to like school, almost like a Boy Scout camp. That's why I'm a ranger.
So
and good with
you've
weapons.
heard of what you have ideas then what these might be too.
What these might be, yeah. So I'm
Yeah.
recalling knowledge on these bad boys. I'm probably sniffing them a little bit, checking the shapes of the leaves, all that good stuff. So we'll start with the berries first that are on the bushes, right?
Mhm.
That is a 22 for the berries.
Yep. Okay. So with a 22, you quickly recognize these berries are often referred to as death drops. They are very poisonous.
Oh yeah. Don't. I like point, and I just go don't, and then I'm gonna go to the next one.
Doss was it's just. Oh.
Oh, if he's reaching, I like crack his hand with my tail, like real
they look
loud.
so delicious.
Yeah.
Right.
So do snakes. Stop.
I don't think snakes look delicious. You think the snakes look delicious?
Yes, I'm open-minded.
Okay. Well, what about that one?
All right, I'm gonna look at it.
Which one?
Whichever one's the next highest up. So there's the bushes.
That would be the red banana.
So the red bananas. I will climb up and get close to the red bananas and start doing the same. Checking leaves, checking shape, softness. That is a 15.
A what?
A 15.
You're not sure. You think you've heard of. You think these might be a fruit called ramusa that is safe to eat, but you're not 100% sure.
Yeah, these are probably okay. We can make that one guy eat them, and I like crack a few of them down with my tail.
Like you get like a bunch with like a dozen or so on them.
Yeah.
Growing bushel. Doss catches them in like a sack.
Sick. And then I'm gonna go to the turquoise coconuts.
Those are.
Oh hell yeah! That is a 23.
Yep, these are skull fruit and they are safe to eat despite the name.
Sick.
They're hard to open. They can be hard to open. Very firm, very very tough shell, but the inside has a semi-sweet, sort of pulpy meat and a little bit of drinkable liquid in it too.
Sounds good with rum.
Absolutely. I'm gonna bust as many of these down as I can.
Okay.
Just kick them all down to hold.
Roll me 2d6 to see how many you get.
2d6. I'm gonna use my super gay dice for this one. I got an 8.
All right, you got 8 of them.
Hell yeah.
As I'm sliding down the tree, I'm gonna grab a bunch of are there like I imagine there's like palm fronds and stuff up here, right?
Yep.
So I'm gonna snatch down like a whole big batch of those, and I'm gonna look at Doss and be like, "You can carry those, right?" I'm small. I'm a little guy, and my arms are very ropey. I'm not very strong.
We've got a couple sacks here. He's got some sacks. He's lousy with burlap sacks.
Sick. Okay, cool. And then while we're walking back, I'm like,
and while you're in the clearing and you're putting the fruit in the bag, all of a sudden there's rustling in the trees and a trio of giant boars burst through and they sprint by. They almost seem to be ignoring you, but I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw to get out of the way.
Jesus Christ. Dexterity saving. You got him a ranger.
They're snorting, growling,
Big time.
stomping.
Yeah,
What'd you roll?
21.
21. You hop out of the
16 plus
way.
5.
Let me roll my giant d20 to see if.
Hurt me.
Hey, Doss, but despite being a big bulky boy, he gets out of the way just in time too, as this trio of boars just runs through and bursts into the vegetation, disappears into the thick vegetation, seemingly paying you no mind.
Okay, cool. When that happens, my eyes glow a faint green glow, and I go, "Oh, there's meat." I'll come back for that. But I'm like frantically weaving the palm fronds. I'm like pulling them apart and weaving them together.
While Eckles and Doss were on this foraging excursion, what is everyone else up to?
Nimue is going up to the dead people to make sure that they're okay.
The dead people?
She really can't tell the difference.
Can you make me a medicine check, please?
Yes, absolutely.
None of them are slimy, so she can't tell.
Yeah.
Lick eyeball. Yucky.
18.
You're not a doctor, but you feel pretty confident they're dead.
Not a doctor.
Especially because one of them is actually missing their head.
Yeah.
That one you're really sure is dead.
I go to another dead person and I'm just kind of lightly smacking their face and I'm like, hello? Hello? Hello?
Some water like leaks out of their like nostrils and their ears from like the jostling.
A crab comes out of their eyeball.
But the
I go up to Tofa and I'm just like, hey, so I checked those people and I don't think that they're okay. I just wanted to give you an update.
She just looks at you like dead in the eyes, like, thank you.
Yeah. And then I go around and I check more people.
Can y'all help me? Like, could you maybe collect so many voices? Can you collect some of the debris? And we kind of want to do an inventory of what we got to work with here. Probably need to figure out a shelter soon.
Yeah.
I'd probably come out of the brush or whatever, the jungle bits where I put old man Fontanelli, and I probably want to like stand in the middle and pick up like one piece of wood. And after Tofa says that, I'm like, yeah, folks, let's come on, we're a team here. Get the stuff together, everybody. Come on, we can do it. We can do it. Everyone's got to pitch in a little bit.
The inspirational clap.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
But I like drop my piece of wood. Fuck. Drop my wood. Drop my wood, showing you guys how important you are. You're the real heroes out here, everybody.
Tofa just kind of rolls her eyes. The Wayama man is, he's been kind of doing a pile. So if you see like some sealed sort of jars and pots, he's kind of been collecting. You also see him pulling up like things of seaweed. It's like he disappears into the water for a little bit. He's coming back with wads of seaweed.
Steve's also helping.
He has a
wreckage.
scrap of cloth.
Smart.
Okay.
I think I want to also go in the water as well, using my ability to breathe underwater. And it's hot as shit out there. That's bad for my skin, Pat. It's bad for my skin. So I want to go back in the water after putting my one piece of wood down and kind of observe a little bit what Tiller's doing. And then if there's any piece of the boat, any wreckage underwater, I want to go check there as well.
Okay. Make me some kind of, it's up to you, investigation or perception. So I'll tell you, it's easy. Tiller is he's just going under. He's just going, and you see there's a bunch of seaweed kind of, and he seems to be harvesting it. Yeah. Maybe it's edible. Who knows? Or there's
we can see what Steve's doing first at the sure. Above ground.
So Steve, are you going more towards like because I'd say the north end, there might be more of the island you can see, but like the butt of the ship, as we're going to keep calling it, is there. It's on its kind of tipped on its side.
Yeah. Steve's gonna look in the wreckage,
the hole,
because go into the hole,
the vessel.
The hole.
So Steve, you find inside 500 feet of rope. You find 2 barrels of fresh water that have been tipped over on their side, but there was actually 3, but one of them broke open and it's kind of soaked into the wood. but there's
Oh, no.
2 that seem to be corked. You
All right.
find a few provisions. Most of it's ruined, but you find some things, a little bit of hardtack, some salted pork, a few jars of pickles, a
Hell
cask
yeah.
of rum.
Let's go.
Sick. All right.
And then-
so Steve's gonna like fashion a little. Oh, he's gonna like karate kick a board loose from the wreckage, and then use some of that rope to make a little sled, so we can put like more stuff than he could normally carry on
Nice job.
a little sled. To
Hell
drag
yeah.
him back.
You're smart,
Well,
Steve.
while you're doing that, some motion catches your eye. And so you had like the butt of the and it's like just ripped off. So like, and you kind of see coming up out of the water on the other side. So no one else is going to be able to see this because you're inside and you can see on the tipped over, are a pair of creatures that are essentially look like horse-sized shrimp. And you would recognize, though, these were from the ship. These aren't random wild. These are craymares. They are, and exactly what I described them as. They are sort of beasts of burden that are amphibious. They can be on land or in the water, and they basically look like shrimp the size of horses. And they're just kind of milling about, eating seaweed along the shore.
Okay, cool. So they're like friendly shrimp. They're not just yummy for my tummy, right?
I mean, yeah, if you're there, no, they're like used like oxen or horses would be used on the mainland.
Oh,
Yeah.
They're friendly shrimp, unlike the other shrimp, which are mean as hell.
Yeah.
But they're just kind of wandering
Ornery
around,
shrimp.
aimless. There was
All right,
a tender, a sort of a Kramer tender that would take care of them. They're nowhere to be found. They must have been lost at sea.
No.
well, I am not particularly like an animal handler, but yeah, I guess Steve would probably try to go and like, hey there, little shrimp. Like,
You can. I mean, how? So, what are you gonna try and like? Tell me exactly what you're gonna do. You're trying to grab them, coax them. What are you gonna do? Yeah. What are you gonna?
well, wait, were there any like shrimp like rations on board? Like, can I get a little
Rum.
shrimp
They drink
snacks?
rum.
They love
what,
rum.
What do shrimps eat?
They were eating
Head
seaweed.
skin.
Seaweed. All right.
Yeah, find
well,
that decapitated head that anyway was messing with. Like, here you go, bud.
Yeah.
Grab some seaweeds and like just like away, shrimpy shrimp.
How good are you at
Shrimp.
swimming? Because they're out. You got to go under.
Oh, they're
the
out
water.
like in
They're
the
out-
deep waters. Okay, I
Yeah.
thought they were like on beach. Okay.
I mean, I'll let you search for some if you want, but yeah,
I'll like wave to them in the water, like, hey, you little shrimpies. Like, you
they're
know.
like kind of they ignore you for that.
Well,
Damn, that
well,
sucks.
okay. So, okay. Memory check. Did I see the shrimp handling shrimp? Like, can I try to emulate the motions in the ocean, as it were?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll trust you. Would Steve, as a passenger on the ship, so they would have been kept in like a hold? Was that something he would have bothered exploring or checking out?
I think it's if Steve saw somebody on, like, he studies, as a fighter, he studies the actions of everyone he sees. So if he encountered this guy on the ship, he would have been like,
That's real.
the mannerisms and whatnot.
As a martial
So, like,
artist, that's true.
sizing everyone up for a fight. But like, I don't know if he was like exploring and like, oh, I love, it's like a zoo. Like, no, yeah.
Like you would have maybe chatted them up like in an evening over a drink or something like that.
That
Like, oh, that's
likely
interesting.
happened. I don't think Steve has like been with the shrimp, but like, yeah, he probably was like talking with.
You remember then they were telling you about how docile they can be, but they need to be led. If you just kind of, as far as one of the key things is like reins or some kind of lead or something, and they usually kind of go where they're led, like physically, if something's kind of tugging on them. But as far as if you just go up to them, of course they like to eat, they like to graze,
Same.
but
All
Yeah, true. True.
All right. So here's the plan. It's like Steve's gonna go and get like some of that 500 feet of rope. All right, and then he's got some of the kelps because the rope is it's a kind of thick rope, so it kind of sinks a little bit. But he's gonna float it on the kelp and kind of like push it out. But it's got a little not a noose. What's it called when you
A loop?
A lasso?
A lasso.
Lasso. You're trying to lasso them.
I'm gonna noose the shrimp.
Yes.
So yeah, I want,
They're not that different.
Float it,
They're really not.
float it out, and like put it in front of the shrimp, and like see if they're gonna take a bite, and if they stick their head in and try to eat some of the
There's got to
shrimp,
be a
he's gonna
roll
go
for this.
And
There's
Animal
gotta
handling,
be.
Pat.
you can
It's
you
literally
can roll whatever you
handling.
want, bro.
I don't think so. I think this will just work. Is my
I think
opinion.
it just happens.
As the
Yeah, I would
former
love it if it
DM,
just happened.
Pat, I think this just works, and I might be saying that a lot.
This is
Yeah.
what's that extra the gym thing where you flip the ropes?
Okay,
The ropes, yeah.
there we go.
So when
Yeah.
the shrimp get in there, wow,
Battle ropes.
because I guarantee you, Steve is like a battle rope expert.
100%.
Mhm.
100%. That's exactly what I actually thought
He's
before
gonna,
you said
wow.
it.
And Brett
just wanna
gave you
flip
the
it.
option to prove that you know what an exercise thing is, so that's minimum advantage, I think.
Yeah.
I
At
will let
least
you
inspiration.
roll animal handling with advantage. You have to do it. You have to do it twice, though, one for each.
Yeah, all right.
So roll 8d.
All right, rolling advantage, you say? Wow. Nat 20, baby.
Let's go!
Hell yeah.
Who
So there's at
was
least
the
one.
first
You just
three
snare one
rolls?
perfectly, and it's just
Damn. All
They're
right.
one
Told you,
of them.
Pat.
Y'all. All right, come on, little shrimpy. And like fucking nailed it. Yeah, shrimpy. All right. The next one, probably not successful. My highest roll is a 9.
That's a great roll. We're level 1.
We're level
you
1,
almost
baby.
get it,
Yeah,
and the
that's
other one
pretty
kind of
good.
veers back. And so you have one right now on a rope. The other one just kind of didn't like take off running, but it kind of and just it did go back under the water. You assume maybe hopefully it's just going to get some more seaweed.
All right.
But you got
I'm
one
gonna
right now.
like not antagonize it, but like taunt it. Like I'm gonna pull the other shrimp in and be like, "Yo, little shrimpy, follow your friend."
I mean, the one you have lassoed will basically go wherever you lead it.
yeah.
Like it's used to being, it follows the lead. Like
I want to use the lassoed one as bait for the one I didn't get. I'm hoping, like, come on.
It'll be like, yeah, I want my friend.
Yeah, look how much
Oh,
fun
that's
we're
fun.
having over here on the rope.
I like pet the like. Hey.
doesn't really do much right now.
All right.
Damn.
I mean, I don't know.
RIP.
Oh, wow,
I'll just
he's a
tell
hard
him,
DM.
I guess. I don't know. Steve doesn't have that much like commitment to this bit, so he's got one shrimp. We're gonna go back, and I'll just let everyone know. Hey, there was a bunch of little like,
There's enough room
shrimp horses
where you can
or
lead them
whatever.
around if you want to walk, like, and still stay on the beach and kind of come around the inland side.
Yeah.
Wait,
So-
how fast do the shrimp horses move?
They get up to a trot. They can go pretty fast. They can go all right. Yeah.
Are they dexterous shrimp or are they like thick boys?
They got some chunk to them. They're used to they're like load bearing, like pulling wagons
Load-bearing
and stuff.
Hell yeah. Load bearing shrimp.
They got that crunchy outer shell, Like they
Yeah.
got
So
it.
those of you on I'm assuming like some of the other goods you find, you're like strapping to the shrimp and stuff, and to the craymer. It's a craymer. Okay. It's a
Sorry,
craymer. Some call it
everybody.
shrimp.
Sorry.
Sorry.
My
Sorry.
bad.
Coming to the store
Respect
near
my
you.
my art, my writing.
Prawn horse.
Um,
Yes.
You all, those of you on the
Crayfish.
beach, you see Steve walking around from the other side of the ship butt with a kramer on a lead and a bunch of bags and stuffed barrels
Sick.
lashed across its back.
This is just like Brandon Sanderson. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Yo, what up, homies? Look at this. Steve saves the day. Sensei Steve. Steve shouts his own name a lot.
Nice.
I respect it. I can't hear
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
But
hey, do you see that giant shrimp?
Are you saying this to Tofa?
She's saying this just out loud to no one
Oh.
in particular.
Okay.
As I'm like crossing the tree line, still frantically weaving these palm fronds together, my eyes will again flash that like faint glow, green glow, and I'm like, oh, that's a huge bug. That's it.
Tofa kind of sees that. She's like, "Hey, that's great. Good, nice job there, guy. Why don't you bring him over here? We'll kind of get everything consolidated. We'll figure out what we got to work with and try and figure out like shelter and whatnot. Good work there. Are
You
you
call
like a
me-
monk or something?
Bro, did you just call me Guy?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, dude.
no. My name is Steve. But you can call me Sensei. All right.
Not gonna do that there, Steve. Okay.
bitch.
Definitely not gonna do that. No.
This The disrespect is mounting.
That's okay. I'm comfortable with it. Good job, good work though. So hopefully, maybe
All right. Well, here you could take the shrimp because
Gross.
I don't know what to do with it.
Suddenly, as you're all doing this, who'd been kind of silent, the old human woman who had her leg broken and splinted, and she's kind of sitting in a comfortable, kind of leaning up against like a barrel or something. She just kind of yells out, "Death! Death! There's death on this." Her eyes are closed, by the way. "Death on this island! Death awaits us all."
Who's
Point
Yeah,
to
it
corpses.
was at least that person. At least that person is dead. Yeah.
Yeah, I casually point to the corpses as well.
Her eyes are closed. And
But
she's,
I don't know that. I'm just like, yeah, so they're right there.
Tofa
She's
and
yelling.
Tiller kind of run over and kind of like check on her, and they're like kind of not violently, kind of shaking her, and she kind of wakes up and she's, "Oh, oi, my, was I had a vision? When
Oh,
you
I
see where
sometimes sleep talk too.
No, dear, 'twas not a dream. I see things, and then they happen.
Oh, I see things like that guy
Death.
without a head.
That it stalks us here. We've got to
I-
get off this island."
Okay.
Well, I'll tell you what. I think that is the general idea. We're gonna get off. We got you. Look, shrimp harvested. We'll avoid the death.
I keep glancing at the Kramer. Like I like look at it, and then I like go back to what I'm weaving, and then I like look at it again, and then
And you've seen them. They're not the most common, but they get used throughout the shores. Tofa, Steve, actually, Tofa will come to you and she's like, "So y'all, did you go inside? How's the aft of the ship? How's it like structurally? Does it feel like a safe place to kind of use as like a starting point for a shelter or nah?" And should have made you roll for it earlier. But I'll tell you, it looks okay. You definitely see there's lots of cracks in a lot of the wood.
Steve reports back that he didn't have to roll to kick a board loose. So,
It's tempting to kind of use that because that would make it a lot easier, but
Mm.
don't want it kind of collapsing on us randomly and just crush. It kind of sucked to survive a shipwreck, only then get crushed by the remains of the ship a day or two later.
yeah.
yeah, but I mean, the looseness of the boards means we could probably like harvest some and like make a little board
Like a
house.
lean-to or something. Yeah, we can totally, yeah. You look able-bodied, and she also looks at Tempest like, "Hey, you look fit, like fit type."
I'm underwater.
Oh, you're underwater still. That's right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So
Yeah.
she could look at me. I'm there.
Every
Yeah.
time you look
Able-bodied.
at Tempest, he gets to do the out of the water like shh.
That's probably all I'm
Hair.
doing. I'm
Yeah.
look at the beach.
It's the hair.
Fuck, no one saw
Just
that. It's gotta do it again. Ugh.
She's like, Tova's like, "Yeah, we should probably start working on a shelter." The orc Fontini Appledown is like, "Yes, the sun is dreadful. I need shade immediately. Someone hurry up, I'll pay you hundreds of gold."
This guy rocks.
Yeah.
So
Steve is
Tempest,
so
were you-
hestant to help this guy.
Tempest,
Right,
Was
because he
there
knows
anything
Tempest will kick your
Yeah.
ass.
Right. Exactly.
Sorry, Pat, what were you saying?
was there anything you were specifically actually? Like,
Yeah, I
trying
want to
do?
see if there's any wreckage underwater that these dreaded land lovers couldn't get to.
Yeah. We wouldn't be able to get because we would have to breathe.
They
and
have to
all
breathe and
Mhm.
shit like that. The bends,
that. Swim. all that shit.
swim,
Yeah,
scared of
You-
shark.
you actually do see.
Scared of shark.
I can roll an investigation check if that helps.
Sure. Yeah.
Because I like to roll my d20. No, I don't. Pat, I'm going to use my once a day veto power when a dice. And this is cheating, by the way. This is legally cheating.
Okay, I was like,
but-
wait, I'm so intrigued. What is this feat you've taken or something?
no, I'm full on cheating right now. Fuck! They knew I was cheating. All right,
Damn.
well, I switched my once a day Tim Lanning power of when a dice rolls too bad over and over again, which was a 2, and my new one was a 1, so I got a natural 1 plus Kids, don't cheat. Stay in school.
Don't cheat.
Well, I'll say you don't see anything. You're good though at looking underwater. You're used to it, so you don't really see anything. You see,
you're about to just let me do it for free.
You see a few, because it's it's darker under the water, right? Not as much sunlight is kind of.
I got dark vision,
but yeah, dark vision, yeah.
Specifically, so I can stay underwater.
Even with that shitty roll, you do see. You have no idea what they are. You do see a few glints of something.
That's probably my roll so bad is I focused in on those glints. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, ooh, you just see bubbles going, ooh, mama, and I swim towards them, ignoring the like giant crate that says dry food, tent, sunscreen.
Yeah.
So the first glint you go to is a small metal chest that's mostly like buried under the sand.
That's what I wanted to begin with. Hell yeah, this is perfect. Okay. Yeah, I try to get it out.
It's maybe like a foot long, half a foot wide. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll get in there.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to kind of rest it free. It's not like it's been stuck there for very long. It definitely came from.
And things are lighter underwater. We all know that.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
I want to take it somewhere safe.
Are you going to see any other glints, or you just take that?
Yeah. I'll do that. Yeah, I kind of like rest it and put it like on a rock. I'm not
trying to lead you. I just want to mention. I mentioned you saw a couple.
Right. No, I am literally getting distracted by shiny objects, so I need to focus on the other shiny objects and not to get distracted. Yeah, I'm going to put it like somewhere safer so it doesn't get like pushed away by a current or big fish or something, and then swim towards the other glint.
Okay. What do you do when you get closer?
I look at it. I keep swimming until I can see what it is. I stop if it's an object and I don't bonk into it, I believe is what I'm shooting for.
It just kind of looks like a patch of something shiny.
Okay. Like I'm like right on it, and it looks like a shiny, a mirror, piece of armor, a plate.
I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw as this creature that is commonly known as a scaled squid.
You tricked me!
It looks like a squid made of metal, bursts up from under and tries to like lash out. It's about the size of you.
Okay.
It tries to like lash out at you with tentacles.
Okay, well, I will use my third D20. Let's go.
Yeah.
What the fuck? This is a 3. What are we doing today, friends?
Use your spin down counter.
That's true. I need to go find my spin down.
Actually, we should be doing. I apologize because it's trying to grapple you. We should be doing a contested. You can use dexterity or strength.
Well, my strength's not good. So
that'd be funny.
Yeah. So 7, my friend. Make Pat roll bad. Make Pat. roll bad.
I also rolled a 7, and I always like to give ties to the defender.
True.
So,
and that's
he tries to get it. It tries to swipe at you and get away. Tempest and Tempest alone. Why don't you roll me an initiative?
Oh, I'd love to.
It's up to you if you want to engage with this thing or try to. Guess that you get in 14. Okay.
Yeah. So like,
right. You're gonna go first, and I'm saying in getting away from this initial, you've gotten a little bit of separation, so it's not like you're gonna take an opportunity. But this thing is, and you see like 10 tentacles. Again, it's weird. It looks like they're made of chainmail. Tentacles, and in the center you see a nasty looking beak going chop.
That's so sexy.
Pat, so part of my backstory, you can
engage this or you can get the fuck out.
Right, part of my backstory is that I grew up here on the Wayward Shores. So do I know anything about this? Do I know that like, okay, they got a mean bite, but like, as long as they're not any much bigger than you should be okay. Do I know anything, my friend?
You could probably take one. If you're skilled,
Canadian geese.
You believe you could take one.
Okay.
They are, despite the look, it's not like they're actually like armored, right?
Gotcha.
Their flesh is soft. It just looks like it's made of metal. It's almost like just an evolutionary thing. Or it's to attract prey in.
Okay.
Dude, fish are stupid and love shiny things.
And if it can't,
smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers, and it needs to make a Wisdom saving throw, my friend.
Okay. Is this a spell where it has like a minimum threshold where if a creature's intelligence or wisdom is below a certain level, it doesn't affect?
It does not appear to. I was double checking that because I almost took I might have a spell that actually does do that. I don't remember.
Okay.
But nothing is
charm
jumping
stuff is
out.
like that.
Yeah.
Okay. And make a wisdom, you said?
Wisdom.
Well, that's a 5.
Okay. So you take my good friend, the fuck boy, takes 7 psychic damage, bad roll. And it is forced to use its reaction to move as far as its speed allows away from me.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
It swims.
Hey, buddy, get the fuck out. This is my shiny paradise, ugly. Mm-hmm. But if you want to come back with another licking, Tempest still kicking.
I know that's right.
I'm gonna say though, it does that and it just like takes off, but you get enveloped in this really nasty cloud of ink that squirts out.
You made me ink.
I inked myself. Yuck.
It tastes like pure vinegar.
It's in my mouth. It's in my mouth.
Oh god, it's in your skin.
Ew.
Even with the water,
I bet it's good
you,
for
still,
your skin. I will say that. I've decided.
Probably.
Tastes like ass. When you come out of the water, you're gonna have this incredible glow about
Hell
you.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, yeah, it says it takes off. It's something. It was just trying to find a snack, and you already seem like you're more trouble than you're worth, so it just keeps going.
That's so true. Okay. And I want to go look at another glint if possible. Maybe it was protecting the best glint of them all.
Maybe.
You just find the third one, the last one. You find a single silver piece.
Let's go. Yeah, and I swim over, put it in my little pocket, and swim up, and I have the chest, and I run up to Tofu, and I'm like, hey, I found this for you, baby.
Wink.
The chest?
Yeah.
You just got tofu.
Shoulder.
Yeah, name's Tofu. This is good though. We're gonna need this. This is good for an emergency. Yeah.
What's in it? Like jewels,
health potions too.
And I just drop it. Like, oh fuck. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, don't those can save your life. You dink some bitch. Picks that up, carries it over to where all the like other stuff they found that's useful. Who was working on building? Let's find out how the shelter is coming.
All right, Fortnite.
All right, what's gonna be a role? What's roll for building? Is there an architect?
I was gonna say I could help with building too, because I'm done. I'm done with my weaving. I've completed my weaving task.
Describe to me what Steve, are you doing? Just basic structural stuff like some wall, posts, walls, and whatnot.
Oh, all right. So like Steve has the boards, right? And then he's got all this rope. So we're gonna use some of it to like try and put together a little house going. But how do you attach the rope to the boards? Well, Steve will have someone hold a board like so, and then he goes and punches a little hole in it, and you put the rope through, and we're kind of like, using the skills. Anyway, we're using the skills, and we are stringing up boards between the trees, I suppose.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the plan. We're making a little. I don't know any of the words for shelters. It's just a little covering.
A lean-to implies that you're leaning against something.
This is more of a suspend to, like a forest pergola.
Okay. I was just trying to look. I'm going to thesaurus.com. Type in shelter.
There's like Boma.
Make it like a little hut.
A wood umbrella. Yeah, hut. Let's go with hut.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Eckles, what are you doing?
I've completed my weaving task. So the first thing.
And what was that for again?
Oh, I am telling you now. I was weaving together the palm fronds because we have sticky friends who are drying out. So I put a comically oversized palm frond hat on Nim, and
Yes.
another one on Tempest. And they are like, you know how people have those like big witch hats that are like really, they're like very large, like laughably large.
I'm like, this is pimp as fuck. This is awesome. This is tight. This is fashion. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'll dry out. And then I would go.
Tiller,
back
who's
to
been
help.
working his butt off, is just, and he's older too. He's a little bit
Oh,
older.
sad.
Oh yeah.
He's just like, what the fuck are you doing? You're making fashion. I'm trying to keep us alive, and I could just swim away, you know. if I wanted
Hey,
to.
the sun's really dangerous, man.
Fucking
Yeah.
guys.
I look at you. I was like, well, "Fuck you too, bitch."
Nice.
Right.
Fist bump to my main man Eckles down there.
I jump up and
Don't let anyone ever disrespect you like
Nimue,
that.
are you helping, doing anything at all, or are you just pointing out things that are?
Searching for. I'm like looking through the debris, and I come back, and I'm like, I found this spicy seashell.
Yes.
Stab.
I was like,
yes, more bugs.
what?
Jennifer picked up
And
a
I'm afraid to
plushie
ask this.
of a
How do you
crab.
know it's? How do you know it's spicy?
Oh, it keeps snapping.
Oh, it's a crab. You're an actual epic crab. It's a crab. It's like,
Yeah. It's a
You
bug.
are-
You got crabs. What's up, everybody? Steve, I know you like that one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Raul is the worst.
I think I want to just continually be swimming back into the water and finding random debris, just in the background, right? As these folks, because I'm sure there's like other bullshit they can't get. Really showing my worth, demonstrating my value, if you will,
Yes.
as they do the building.
And throughout this, Fontini, Appledown, and Kellic Rawl do not help. Kellic just kind of leans against a tree, chewing on hardtack. And when asked about it, Fontini just like, "Don't worry, I will make sure everyone here is compensated and made quite well there. Then I'm sure all of you paupers are used to. So just," and he taps my new guard here will make sure that no one bothers me, and that's his job. And then the rest of you, make sure I've got food and shelter, and then you'll all be rich once we're rescued.
I always thought you were gonna say manservant or slave, and I was about to be like, yes,
Let's go. Oh yeah, we're doing
dare
that.
you.
We're doing that. Yeah.
we're doing it now. Yay, we're Final Fantasy 16 now.
He's not a slave. He's a bearer.
That's why I don't know black people in that game. Foresight, baby.
I'll say because it was dawn. I said it was dawn when you all started. If you're just working, so by the way, also Eckles, are you sharing you talking about the fruit you brought back?
Yes, everybody can have the fruit except for the manservant and now Tiller. Tiller cannot have any fruit.
Okay.
What's that guy's name?
If I see Tiller go anywhere near the fruit, I
Tiller.
will,
Which
like,
one?
Fun. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Tiller is the Wayama old farmer guy.
Yeah, he's the one that was like, "You're not being helpful," and I was like, "Girl, fuck you," because I made a hat for two people who are drying out in the fucking heat.
He
Yeah.
looks at you
So now,
and he just
he's
goes
on my
off
list.
into he disappears into the water for a little bit and comes back up chewing on a fish. Like, don't need your fucking fruit.
Can I do a stealth check to kind of like peep on his deal? Like, see what he's getting up to so I can copy him.
Tiller? Yeah.
Yeah, while I'm under the water.
I mean, he's straight up. He's just like looking for stuff that's useful. Like he's harvesting seaweed that he thinks looks edible
Okay.
or is like ripe enough to eat. Because that in and of itself, you can't just grab random seaweed. It's like any other plant. Like it grows and it might not be ripe enough. But he's not. He's kind of been laying it out to dry out a bit. And if he sees something, you might see him. He just grabbed a fish, I think, to make a point.
Okay. Got it.
But
I do not see him grab a fish, nor do I see him make this point. He is now on my bad guy list,
Okay.
so he doesn't exist to me.
I love that.
Okay. It wasn't supposed to be.
Pat's like, I'm going to make the nicest NPC. And we're like, fuck you. Pat's like, I'm going to make the worst NPC. I want to protect him. I want him to be safe and covered. Please.
You might have made him the nicest NPC, but the NPC sees me come back with a shit ton of food and then put sun protection on our most sun sensitive, and is like, "Wow, you're useless. What a piece of shit you are."
Yeah, Pat, you did do that.
You did do
I
that.
did.
So now he's not the nicest. He's now the villain of the party.
He's bullshit. We can't even drown him.
I can drown him.
Yeah, and Steve brought back a bunch of shit, and he
with
just found
fire?
a guy.
Drown in fire.
Well, one thing
None
he
of your
is he
NPCs
points
are
out
nice.
to everyone to see. He's like, you can't eat this yet. It's got to get rinsed in fresh water. We got to find fresh water. Now we can drink those skull fruits. I know your ex not going to respond to him, but
Oh, I say you can't.
I don't. Okay,
Oh,
just trying to keep us all alive.
Hey,
you're
hey,
mad
hey,
about the
hey.
hats comment.
Everybody calm down. There's a lot of energy here. The vibes, they're totally off. Rule number 1 of survival in situations like this, keep the vibes chill, baby. Hey, and then I take my hat off my head and put it on Tiller. Like, here you go, man. Don't you look cool now? Now you're happy. You were jealous. I know. He was just jealous, Eckles. He didn't know
I
how to
narrow
say
my
it.
eyes at Tiller.
Say
I wait for him to
thank
say
you.
anything.
Say thank you.
It is a comfortable hat.
That's what's
All right,
up.
I'm gonna walk over to Tiller and I'm gonna stick my hand out. Okay, like for a handshake. I'm gonna reach up for a handshake.
He does a handshake, and this is a sign of respect. You would know this from he shake with his fingered hand. He shakes it, and then the same tentacle on the same side comes and wraps around your wrist.
Cool.
Too. 'Cause
Like
he's got the
Avatar.
hand. Oh, as I knock my microphone over. He's got the hand and the tentacle at the back of his shoulder that kind of comes and yeah.
All right, cool. I shake his hand and then I say, "I'm Eckles for short, or Eckles the Pewter for shorter. Can I have your pronouns?"
Yeah, it is Kaba Shodare, but you call me Tiller, and he and him are the
Sick.
pronouns.
Once he says he and him, I jump up, drop kick him in the chest, and scream, "I got his gender, bitch! Let's go!" And I frantically, like on all fours, because I like fall to the ground. I like scamper back to like the shelter.
You go to the shelter?
Dude, yeah, we're the shelter because I'm gonna go back to help building it. But I wanted to prove a point that I'm not some little shit, but I am a little shit. So I jump, drop
He's
kick
just
him in the
really
chest.
confused.
What an ally.
And he just kind of shakes his
Scamper off.
head. He's just like, what the fuck?
That's a hero right there. Progressive hero right
Is
there.
I'm keeping the hat.
I gave you the hat.
Nimue sees Ek drop kick him, throws the crab at him, and goes, "Spicy she shall go," and runs after Eckles.
The crab just kind of goes back into the water.
Yeah.
Can I try to get some of the other scrimps? Excuse me, Kramer. Maybe I'll like as a peace officer, like, hey Tiller,
Steve,
let's try to get
Steve-
the Steve over here. Big tight Steve got one of the Kramer, but maybe we should get the rest using our ability to breathe underwater and all that good stuff, huh? What do you say, bud?
I imagine Steve told him he saw another one. They wasn't able to.
oh yeah, no, yeah. Steve came back and was like,
Yeah.
"There's like shrimp over there. I got one."
Yeah, the other one, if you go looking for it to where Steve pointed it, it's kind of still in the same general area, just kind of grazing, coming in and out of the water, just kind of lazily.
Okay, yeah, I want to grab some of that seaweed some of the seaweed that I saw Tiller grab, and just kind of shake it like, hey, yum yum,
Yeah.
and I pretend to bite it.
Tempest, when you are on the other side of the ship wreckage, right? Can you make me, and you're looking and you're kind of assessing and looking for the Kramer. Can
shit.
you make me a perception check? No, can you make me a perception check?
I played Subnautica.
The dragon's coming.
You never want to go on the other side of the ship. That's a hot tip, folks.
Well, that's where it is, because it's like you're all camped here,
Yeah.
ship wreckage
Yeah.
in the north.
I've seen that show Lost.
15. Oh, I found a hatch.
No.
Shit.
Nope.
You gotta push the button in the hatch.
15, looking past it, you kind of notice, you're not 100% sure. It almost looks like another 60 to 90 feet up. The tree line is almost like a very momentary stop in the tree line, like a gap. And then they keep going past that and it kind of curls away the island. But it almost looks like the ocean water cuts inward.
Got
at
it.
that
Like
point.
a river or something like that.
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe.
I'll get distracted by well, at first I want to try to get the scrimp, and then I want to try to like ride the scrimp over there.
Okay. I need an animal handling, and they're gonna be 2 different DCs. To one is much easier than the other. To lasso.
Okay, that's a 12 for the first one.
That's good.
That's great.
Level 1.
We're level 1. That's so fucking good.
So good.
Someone subscribes right now. I will
subscribe. Please, please. I need the trip. I need it so bad. Please, 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 please.
Oh my god.
There's a delay. So
Sure.
It's
There's
not.
a delay.
It's not a
It's taking a
DC
minute.
10 for docile shrimp.
come on.
got
Did
it.
you
You
hear me
got it.
shake shit at it? Come on.
Yeah.
It's really comfortable with you because it kind of you're another sort of a water-based
Yeah.
Did it-
maybe.
creature.
Yeah, and I can like probably somehow talk underwater.
Yeah, you can talk underwater
Yeah.
because you don't have to breathe.
Yeah.
Sure. And then you want to try and ride it?
Yeah, and I'm happy for this to fail. Like, oops, okay, this is a bad idea. Just
No,
kinda
I
push
have
them.
a DC for it.
Okay, then I'll roll this beautiful D20.
Do it.
Oh, let's go. Animal handling still? 16.
I had 15 in my head.
Let's
that.
go.
So it kind of tries to buck you a little bit, but
I
you hold on.
hold some of the seaweed in front of its face. Like that classic carrot donkey situation.
You're riding a craymer now.
Holy shit, this is sick. I love this guy. You're my best dude.
Where do you want? Where do you?
Yeah, I want to go towards the area where you say it breaks off.
Okay. Yeah.
Like through the water zone, so I don't have to go in the goddamn sand.
Yeah. So you see the beach kind of just like ends and kind of curls in, and you get up there, and it looks like so. If you look at it and imagine it's not circular, the island from top down, but you kind of get it has a vague, it kind of curls, or it's vaguely round shape, and you're at this kind of it's curling back inward, but there is a gap and there is water, and you see what looks like a small narrow creek or river.
Ooh.
Cutting through the tree line, and you see an actual current though going out like into the ocean. Actually, it's not like the ocean is going into it. It's like right where it meets
Okay.
ocean, and it's a little more clear in the ocean water. You see
Yeah.
kinda,
Yeah. I'll tell the Craymer to chill, and I'll throw like a bigger pile of seaweed down, and I'll go investigate on foot, and then go up 50, 300 feet. I don't fucking know, and take a little taste.
inland along the river.
Yep.
It's cutting straight inland.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's
So if you
taste that water.
go inland a bit, you see this is like it is actually looks like a winding creek. It's very dense vegetation on the other side, and it is a winding creek that keeps going straight back. And yeah, you get a little bit in, and it definitely does not taste that salty.
Hell yeah. All
Very-
right. I'll
very
go back to
minimal,
the
yeah.
Craymer and report my extremely good success that is going to get me so much attention, so much accolades that people can't help but like be super into me and my whole shit.
Yeah.
So I get back.
So sexually attracted.
Hey, everybody gather around. Everybody, you put down that nail. I'm trying to talk. I did something pretty dangerous. I fought a big squid earlier. He ran away. But I saved this little guy. I'm going to name him Jeff. Let's go. Frank. We'll go with Jeff.
Okay.
And
Seems to be perk up at Jeff more than Frank.
okay, good. And I found a spring that seems to be fresh water. All right, round of sound. And then I make sparkles go all around me with minor illusion. Like, yep, hey man, that's the Tempest Tallahassee way, man. Getting shit done
Tofa
24/7.
Nice.
Hates that it was you.
Yeah.
Because this is objectively helpful and very good and useful and pivotal to your survival.
What does she do when she hears it?
She's kind of like sucking her teeth, but she's
Ooh,
That's
I know
great
that
work.
look.
It's great work. Okay.
I know that
Tell you
look.
what, since you know where it is and you got yourself a little buddy there, she pulls out these they'd collect, you have a bunch of jars and things that were empty, and whatever had been in them has long since spilled out. during people collecting things.
Mm-hmm.
She said, "Why don't you go and fill as many of these as you can?"
Anyone want to help the big hero? And you, anyone? Big guy, Steve,
Who are you looking at? Me?
Nimue, Eck, Kellic,
Carry water.
What?
Tofu.
I'll help.
All right, come on. And I hand most of the carrying equipment to y'all, and I carry some. I don't want to be a dick, but I really have to have control over Jeff.
This is true. I'll help.
Thank you.
Wait, so we're carrying the stuff? Do we not have? Can we have a shrimp carry it?
I guess we could do that.
Or
We could
our shrimp, such as Crayonce.
Crayonce.
Jeff.
Yes.
Crayonce
Oh yeah, you
and
have a shrimp too. So like we could double
Yeah, we have
shrimp
two
this
shrimp.
shit.
Shrimp diesel.
Yeah.
Shrimp biscuit.
Shrimp biscuit.
Shrimps.
All
We
right.
have to find more of these and just give them all of these names. Pat, are you writing these down? Pat, I didn't
I
see
got
you
a
write that
bunch.
down.
I'm
I got a
not
bunch.
writing them down. No.
Pat, I never wrote down your guys' stupid fucking names for things, so you don't have to either. That's my gift.
Damn, that's fucked up.
But okay.
Yeah. So I was pretty lucky that we all crash landed with such capable, strong folks, right?
Yes.
I mean, yeah. It's good.
I mean, I don't know if I want to leave here. It's pretty nice. What do you guys think? I'm not trying to go back to the mainland. I don't know about you.
Like, here's the thing: is I was on my way somewhere, and even though an island vacation sounds kind of nice, like I've got things to do. I must spread the word of the martial arts.
Word tight. I respect that.
I do
That's
like
tight.
beds.
Okay, that's an issue for sure.
Are all sorry, Nimue, did you come?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So all of us are together. Yeah.
Party
So
time,
you take
baby.
them kind of inland a bit. If you go, you see there's actually a log. Looks like it was felled and it's
Classic.
So you're on the south side of this little creek, and in ways more kind of winds back. You do see a log felled across, but are you all just you can kind of get into where it gets as feels pretty fresh and start collecting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's break the veil. Like, who has a good survival? I mean, you're a ranger,
Probably
right?
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am a ranger. I'm solid survival.
What are you,
Ranger
Nimue?
dude.
I forget.
Fighter.
So yeah, what am I? I can do survival stuff. I was gonna see about looking for boar tracks while we're out here because they'd probably be drinking from here.
There you go. I mean, yeah, that's the best and worst place to be, because all the creatures go water.
Yeah, they need water. So I'm definitely gonna do that
For
at the very
sure.
least.
For sure.
Pat, you ready for this?
Yeah,
I got a 17 to look for boar tracks.
you find some.
Yes.
Sick. How fresh are they?
They're pretty well worn, as in they come here a lot. It's kind of hard to tell. It's a mix of new and old.
Sick. I'm gonna then spiral up a tree and then look out to see if I can spot any. You said new and old. See if I can spot any nearby.
Okay. You're gonna roll me a perception check, and while he's doing that, can the other three of you roll me a perception check?
Jesus, my perception is high. 22.
Also 22.
I got a -1 in that.
I'm also high up, so that makes sense.
Natural 1. I'm probably looking at myself in the water.
Yeah, that's a
Valid.
5.
Yes,
for
You
Steve
and
and
Steve
Tempest
are
see
looking at
nothing.
each other in the water.
Steve's collecting rocks.
Eckles definitely sees a boar about 90 feet away. It's mostly obscured by the vegetation, but you see the coloration. Looks like they're kind of rooting around in the dirt. Nimue. Okay, if you like look, you almost miss it. It's out of the corner of your eye, and it's inland. It's further inland. It's a half a second. It's so fast.
Oh, smoke
But
monster.
you swear you see a humanoid, like a shadow. It's really dark. Like the vegetation is thicker and thicker and deeper. So like light is hard. You know, it's almost like you could have sworn you see the vague silhouette of an almost humanoid outline. It's kind of tall and hulking and big, kind of move through the brush, but then you don't see it. It's just like, it was just like an instant, very. But you could have sworn it was 6.5, at least, 6.5 feet tall. Maybe it would have to have been roughly in that ballpark, if that's what it was.
So I throw my cloak behind me so it billows, it catches on the wind real quick, and I head over where I saw the shadow.
Okay.
I'm watching this.
I'm looking for footprints or any trace of there being someone there.
Yeah, you don't see anyone, but you do see a footprint that is 2 feet long and a foot wide that looks like a humanoid footprint, though.
Oh, shit.
That's so big. It's a bunny.
I smack my foot down next to it to compare, and then I go back to the group.
You like fit in its big toe.
I like smack my foot down next to it, and then I turn, and then I'm like,
Okay. I trot over.
Literally anyone.
All right. Oh, yeah. What'd you say? What's over there?
My hair's all
Tempest and
fucked.
Steve.
I'm just like, hey, let me see your foot.
Ooh, well,
Yeah,
usually I charge for that, but hey, you've been helpful.
Is it this tall?
No, my foot is definitely not that big.
Oh.
I have normal human feet for my size, so like a size 10 shoe pad. Is that big as fuck or?
It's
size 10
so
shoe.
big.
It's like you're like a little bit less
Centimeters?
than half.
Less
the
than
size.
half?
Barely, almost. Like
It's a big
45%.
Yo.
wow, you've got like tiny feet, bro.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What shoes does Steve fucking wear?
We're the same size. Don't be mean to
Yeah,
me.
you and Steve are the same size, so it's very funny.
Like 14.
Steve has those like flip flops.
Sideshow Bob looking ass.
Well, shit. Can I roll a Nate? It looks like a foot, like a person foot, like a humanoid,
Just like a bare foot.
Yeah.
Just
Like
like
a
a
barefoot?
big
Yeah.
foot.
A big foot.
A big foot.
a
Is
large
there a foot that's big?
Yeah, can I roll to see if I can identify what manner of creature this is? I have nature as a proficiency that I'm expertise.
I mean, yeah, you
in.
can roll. You can
That's my
always
dude
roll.
right there.
The answer is always you can always roll.
So yeah, I'm gonna see if I know what type of creature this is based on the length of gait and how fucking big ass these feet are. That is a 24. Natural 20 plus 4.
Perfect.
Even
Natural
with a
20.
I have
24, you're-
expertise.
Even with 24, best a big humanoid.
Oh no, unknown.
Oh no. He critted
So it's not a demon. I'm like, it's not a demon.
Okay, good to know. Whoa. Well, do we think people might live on these islands? That would be great. We just find where they live and we'll live with them. Fuck all this building shit.
Wait, is there a track?
Yeah, should we follow
Like,
them?
does it trail off? Or is
I
it
mean,
just
You
we
see
that
the way
one?
it's pointing. There's like 2 of them, and then it's like this ground is a little muddy and wet, but it's a little drier, so they don't. It's not like a trail. You see the way they're pointing, but it's
You wanna
not
follow
like
it?
a trail
Should we
of
follow it?
giant footprints.
I'm down to follow it. You seem to be the guy with the nose, so I say you lead the way, little guy.
All right, you got to be sneaky.
Is the
Sure.
footprint? Is it a foot or is it a shoe?
Ooh,
It's
great.
a foot.
It's a foot.
It's a barefoot.
It's a little toesies.
Okay.
and
You see
shit.
toes.
There's
Okay.
toes and shit, yeah. And there's no like claws on it apparently either. It's just like a cartoony footprint.
Yep, cartoony
Cool.
footprint.
It's like,
Okay,
you didn't ask enough
um,
question. It's a bug foot.
It's a bug. yeah. I'm gonna sneak, try to follow the path sneakily, Pat.
Okay.
Same.
I'm not sneaking.
Are you keeping pace? Those of you who are not sneaking, are you keeping pace with those who are, or are you hanging back?
Yep.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
So it's
sneak.
like another thing where I'm like definitely like
Yeah. I'm
weaving
not. I mean, there's
around
no point.
things.
No, I'm just curious. Roll a stealth. Those who are trying to be sneaky. I just want to know what.
I got a
I
dirty
wanna see if
20.
I think like we're like one.
Nope.
Turn
Nimue definitely said they
back.
were not hanging back.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a
Well, I'm
13.
one turn
Well,
back.
we can also hear them if once we start. Like, yo, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. I got a 13 for my sneaking.
Okay. Almost surprisingly, Tempest is pretty deft.
Yeah, I'm
moving
lithe.
through.
I'm not surprised.
Ack, you kind of made some mistakes, but Nimue's kind of doesn't matter how good that is.
Hey,
Nimue's just
Nimue,
kinda
back the fuck up. You're being loud as hell. We gotta be sneaky in these jungles, all right? You understand?
She turns and her armor is just like clink, clink, clink,
No.
clink, clink, clink.
Shit. Okay. Yeah, just like be like 13 feet behind us, because you're loud as fuck.
Clank, clank, clank. Have you ever heard the Tin Can Turkey Man from like the radio? There was like a radio show where a guy and
You're
he was a
90
black
years
man. I
old.
always made him do this. Yeah. There was a radio show. I remember when I was in middle school, but there was a radio show where this guy was a Tin Can Turkey Man, and they would make the black guy on the show go to public areas in a turkey costume that was like tin cans tied all over him, and they would like. It was like a bit where he had to like walk around whenever he lost like a bet or something, or like lost the fundraiser goal or whatever. And he would just be like clanking around, and then you would hear him being like, "I'm so sorry. I just have to get it. I just have to get right over here. I just have to get right over here." He's just like clank, clank, clank. That's what I imagine this is.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So, is that everyone? Are we trying to be stealthy now, or what are we?
Yeah, just try harder. Try harder.
Nimue is keeping up with them, but every now and then she'll stop to let them pass her, and then you'll just hear her clanking again.
So much better.
Once in a while, you hear like the grunts and squeals of boars getting out of the way before you get close enough to them. And I'm gonna say you're walking for a good while before whoever's in front. Who's gonna be in front?
Eck.
Suddenly, you almost like lose your footing because you burst out of the vegetation, and you're kind of in this flat ground. Like all of a sudden, whoa! And I will say, it is the beginnings of dusk now at this point. Okay, it's been a long day. It's beginnings of dusk. You still got like a good hour to maybe 2 hours before the sun is like fully set, but it's it's got that funky color where it's like, okay, it's beginning to set. We got it. Okay. Maybe in 2 hours or so. And you find yourself on the bank of a pond, a lake, big pond, small lake.
Okay.
And it's kind of almost a perfect circle.
Ooh.
And you can look around and you see, you see where the creek that you had originally found branches off and goes back the way you came from.
Mm-hmm.
So that is sort of east southeast. You see another one of those creeks branching off west. You see one going north, and you can see it kind of feeds into. You see the base that Steve, the mountain that encompasses sort of the northern third of the island.
Just because my OCD has to say it, we tied up the shrimp back by the river before we went by the foot.
Fine.
By the way,
that's fine.
Oh, if we could see the mountain,
I won't let you lose, Jeff.
Is the mountain the one where I saw the
one mountain
earlier?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll let everyone know that I saw something up there earlier.
Hey, you saw glints too? Oh, that's cool. Maybe it was another squid.
Oh yeah, the mountain squids.
Maybe.
Sick.
I don't know.
The one last thing right now is I'll tell you is you see. So by the way, you can see plainly. It's very thick trees, around most of the. And it goes up a good ways, but you can see it disappear kind of into the mountain, the river that goes north. Steve mentioned on top. Can everyone make me a perception check?
Yeah.
9.
4.
22.
21.
Okay. Those who got over 10. You notice I guess it wouldn't be too hard to see. Everyone kind of you can see it, and you see it first, but you see what almost looks like the tiny little maybe 6-inch tip of stone. It looks like almost like carved polished stone sticking up in the middle of the lake, the pond.
Okay.
It's got some moss on it, but it
Like
looks
a
like
steeple?
a perfect conical. It's like a perfect cone of stone.
Okay.
Maybe 6 inches, 7 inches sticking up out of the water, barely poking up out of the water.
I still see the tracks. Where'd the tracks go?
There, you just had the direction the tracks were going. This shore is very rocky. It's not like sandy or muddy or anything like that.
Got it.
I'm gonna start walking towards the stone.
It's in the middle of the lake.
The middle of the
Yes.
lake.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah.
Hey, can you? Are you one of the frogs that can, or whatever, that can breathe underwater? I just want to make sure, because I'll rescue you. And you got all that fucking loud ass armor on. You're gonna sink to the bottom. I just want to make sure.
Still walking.
All right, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure Nimue doesn't die. I can breathe under the water. If I start screaming, there's probably gonna be a beastie in here.
Okay, just run it out here.
Okay, yeah.
I'll get my sword and shield ready.
Steve, you good? What's your opinion on the water?
I'm gonna hang back a little bit. You know, like I don't want to get like too wet here.
True.
Well, so you see, so there's a story that I read about a rock in the lake, and there's a sword in the rock, and so maybe there's a sword in this rock, and
Yo.
I saw there's a lake, and the lady of the lake with
Hell
the
yeah.
sword
Okay.
in the rock.
Yo, there's
Her
a
name
lady in
is
this lake?
Nimue,
Okay.
and I am named after her. So like this is
Oh.
obviously destiny, and she
Oh,
continues walking towards the rock.
All right. Well, that's all I need to hear. I'll be your faithful squire in this instance. This is gonna be like
Nice.
poetry and shit.
Yeah. Just run whatever it is up here, and I'll back you up.
Tight. I escort Nimue, and I'm excited to see what sort of features you have.
Okay. And as the sun again is starting to sink and head low, so Nimue and Tempest are gonna go like under the water. Under the water.
Yep.
Okay.
I go where she goes.
You go beneath, and it's pretty clean water. There's
Sick.
there's definitely like moss, but it's weird. It's like there's like moss and some growth and some and underwater vegetation and stuff happening, but it seems relatively clean. You can get a
Lakes
decent
are gross.
size through. Yeah,
It
this
can
one
be,
though,
yeah.
this one's very clean. We'll say is
All
much
lake.
cleaner, but
All lake gross.
Does the
Uh,
like rock continue
this is
down?
my world, Tim. That's awesome.
I don't care how clean
Yeah, the
this
rock
lake
goes
is. I
down.
think it's
it
gross.
goes down. It's deep. It gets kind of deep. But I'll describe it to you all. What you two see is this is the cap of a spire of stone, kind of like a pillar that goes down, and it looks like a small temple.
Ooh.
It's maybe only the size of like a house, maybe
Okay.
like a 2-story,
Yeah, like a little chapel.
5-bedroom
or something.
house or something, like a chapel. And you don't really recognize. There's no. I mean, a lot of it's worn down. It looks like it's been down here a while, and it's covered in moss and algae, and it's sitting there at the bottom of this lake. While you're down there, Eckles and Steve, you feel a presence,
Okay.
and you turn, and you see this figure looming over you. 6'7". Their skin is a bluish purple. They have greenish blue hair.
Same.
That's really long down to like their chest. That looks
Another
almost like it's made of seaweed.
Damn.
They're they have it's like almost humanoid, but like big features, like big cheeks, big nose, big brow, big eyes. Their hands and feet they're already a large person, but are already abnormally large even large for their body.
Mm-hmm.
You can see gills in their neck.
Ooh.
And wearing just like a vest and it's like a leather, it's like made of some kind of hide vest and pants that are like frayed and ripped just below the knees, and they look down at you and they're just like, "What are you doing in my swamp, dirt lickers?" And we're gonna end it there.
You
Bitch.
damn.
Damn. What's that guy? Is this a legally distinct old Greg? But
It's
big?
young. It's
I don't know what
young
you're
Gary.
talking about.
It's young Gary.
Yeah. I bring out a shoe. I put Bailey's in it. Sorry, Pat. You've been defeated, fool.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much, Pat.
Sick.
That was so exciting. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. We'll be here every single Thursday.
I have. How would we put it up, Tim? I have a picture of Wayama handy.
Okay.
If I don't know how that would work, we got to figure
Yeah,
all
just
that out.
G-chat it
So,
to me real quick, and then I'll
Yeah,
just
okay.
slap that be a word on it.
You can cover
It'll be-
me up. It's fine.
It'll be
With my
inelegant, but
You can cover.
I love
my
being
window with
inelegant.
it. There you go. This is our fabulous artist, Brett. But
What are we
we'll
doing?
put that up. You can see what these Wayama look like. They're heavily featured in the book we're working on. And I'm gonna do and we'll do plugs in a second. The book for that. Also, thank you so much to everyone who joined us. We're gonna explore the shores here, and they're gonna go on an adventure that's based around these characters. That being said, the book that we're creating is kind of a setting book, but it's going to be filled with a number of little vignette adventures that you can use as one shots or stitch together into a mini campaign, kind of give you everything you need to create a campaign in this world with lots of amazing art, original playable races. I'm really
I just dropped the link
in.
in chat.
thank you.
thewaywardshores.com. Sign up for the mail list.
Yeah, look at that guy.
Wayama.
they look cool.
Yeah.
That's a cool guy.
Yeah, that's what they look like.
And tentacles are sexy.
Very
Yeah.
Octopuses are
excited about
sexy.
the art.
I mean, Brett can attest to this. The first draft we got back, my one note was, "Can you make them hotter? Can you make it?"
yeah, Pat was
Tentacles
like,
are in. People love tentacles.
Fishman needs to fuck. And
Yeah, I want people to want to fuck them.
he was like, it's a movie reference for all yous. You seen that movie, The Shape of Water?
I haven't.
About-
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
But yeah,
I mean,
please hang
too
out.
scary.
We're working to release this on multiple, YouTube upload. I would like to do a podcast. Tim and I are working out logistics and all of that. Come hang out, because I'm telling you all right now, if you like these characters, I hope you do, that my wonderful players have put together, because unlike a lot of shows, one thing I'm really trying to do is I'm not trying to force a specific narrative. I am basically creating scenarios, and I'm building a narrative around their characters.
Shots
so it's going to be
fired.
very sandboxy.
Shots
It's going
fired,
to
I
be
know,
very
damn.
contingent on their choices and the characters. So it's going to be, this is a very character driven show, as opposed to me trying to force like a specific narrative or something.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you're right. That is sort of how a lot of stream shows go. No shade. It's easier to do it that way.
I just feel like that's the majority of Steer.
Yeah. I didn't give you guys a single choice during that. Everything you saw was like me telling them what to do. And I know it seemed like they went off the rails.
We got scripts
Yeah.
before stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. Lots of
it's-
scripts.
Honestly, it's fun for me too, though, because for me, I feel like the majority of the DMing and things I do, it's either like a one shot for a promotion for things, or it's like a mini campaign, and that you definitely have to have like a specific thing you're trying to do.
Yeah.
So for me, it's really fun to kind of build, like I've built out this whole island with new. I didn't know if you're going to run into. You'll find out his name next time. I don't know if you're going to run into them on this one
Young
or
Gary.
2 episodes from now. Basically, I have, landmarks and there's stuff to encounter all
Yeah.
over this island, and whatever you all did,
I'm excited.
would have affected
Yeah,
this.
very exciting.
I'm stoked. It's great to be a player. That's really fun. I do like that we split the party 14 times already. That's very good of us. I like,
We got it out of our system now.
yeah, 2 dumbasses and 2 shitheads. Maybe
Yeah.
some overlap therein, and that's great.
And again, thank you all so much for hanging out with us. Hopefully, we see you all again next week.
Yeah, we want it to be fun for you.
Why don't you all go around the horn and do some pluggables, or just talk about yourself and how awesome you all are? Jennifer.
Hi, I'm Jennifer. I'm a full-time freelance artist and illustrator. You can check me out on socials at JenPeg. Also check me out on Ko-fi, where I will be attempting to be more active.
Yay.
Is it me?
Brett.
Brett Eagles on Twitter, and then maybe soon other places. If you wanna, number one, get on the mailing list. thewaywardshores.com. I put it in chat somewhere. 2, if you wanna chat with me directly about the show or your life in general, you can reach me by text message 971-202-1955. That's it.
It's also a mailing list of sorts.
Brett is like my patron in this. He's like, you just create a crazy, just go nuts, and I'll handle the back. Brett is I love him. He's just like, I got this. I'll get us an artist. I'll do my artist.
Brett is your
I'll
guy.
handle the layout. I'll do the admin. You just write crazy shit. Go.
I love Brett.
I feel bad.
Yeah.
Someone sent me a
Go.
text message way back in June, and I didn't see it till just now.
You bitch.
Wow.
What a dick.
Wow.
What a dick. June was so long ago. Hey, everybody, you can follow me on Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram, you name it, at Tim Lanning. I'm trying not to use social media as much, but obviously you got to now and again as hashtag content creators. But it means a lot that you're here. So I have a link tree there. You can check out all the other cool stuff I do.
Nice.
Josh.
Once again, you can find me all across the internet at Josketh. If there's a place that I'm invited to, it'll be at Josketh. I'm on Instagram where I post pictures sometimes. Oh, I need to start posting those pictures to Tumblr too. I got a Tumblr where I post pictures. They're usually naked on there because Tumblr will let you do that. I lust after professional wrestlers. I at them as well, which is great for me. I'm out here just being a dude. I'm just playing games, having a good time, smelling bad, doing what we do, as it do. I talk about Naruto. I talk about rolling dice, and I'm on here Mondays. Well, typically Monday where I play Vanguard of the Veil, but we're on like a break right now because Fred has to do like 197 different things over the next few weeks. Because like, what the hell? The man is a father.
Yeah.
And has to like open like every restaurant known to man and move to Rochester.
How does he do it?
Right. I would be like, bro, the way like, I don't know how this man like enjoys anything ever.
Josh, you forgot also your bad influence to me to give me new addictions to things that I don't have time for.
Like Magic the Gathering
Arena.
Magic the Gathering Arena rules.
Oh, I just got into that.
Hell yeah.
Oh no.
Let's be friends. Let's be friends.
Let's go.
It's not a bad time. It's great. You just don't spend
It's
money.
fine.
Like I literally played that game without
Josh
spending money.
wiped the floor with me like 3 times in a row last night. Just
You're new.
filthy. I am just.
Pat was so horny. He was like, "Yeah, face me. Bring your best shit. Face me. Face me. Face me." And then I used my poison deck, and Pat was like, "Why can't I do anything?"
Read
And
me
I'm like,
He's like,
me through the
I liked all these guys, so my deck has 96 cards in it, and mana's boring, so I don't have any mana in there.
Here,
right.
I'm
I'm
gonna
like,
put
I'm a little
my
priest.
MTG Arena username.
Wait, I don't know what mine is.
I keep accidentally clicking replay the tutorial because they tell me to, and I'm like, well, maybe they'll give me new shit. But they don't, friends. They don't.
They never do.
So,
They never fucking do.
I guess the tutorial's kind of fun though. Is that all of us?
They got Lord of the Rings cards now too, so you can be Gandalf and shit.
All right.
None of that, and recently downloaded Sea of Thieves. So if you play Sea of Thieves,
Okay.
do pirate shit.
Hell yeah.
I'm really on my pirate shit these days.
Yeah, check out the Geekly Inc. Discord. It's a good place to.
One other show item, because we got away from it from the beginning of the episode. Don't forget, people who are new to the chat are 1 sub, 1 flex. Anytime you sub, Pat does a sexy flex on camera.
Yes.
Yep. Sure does.
We respect
It's
him
great.
so much for it. And we
I love to see
appreciate
it.
all of you for doing that. Anything else, my good friends? Right. I'm going to try something that we should have probably been doing, and that is raid other channels.
Let's raid somebody.
Yeah.
Oh my god, somebody's raiding us.
Oh, really?
It happens all the time.
Funny. You pulled an
You're
us.
raiding us.
Void Kohutek. You're
While
pulling an
figuring that
us
out,
and
I
raiding
also
us
wanna
right at the end.
Anyone
But-
that's in the chat that came to GeekCon and bought a Space Shipping book because I sold out everyone I brought with. And
Oh, yeah?
I just thought of it too because I just got my payment from from the
Nice.
accountant.
Here's an email. Yeah, GeekCon was so much fun. Thank you so much, everyone who
Yeah.
was chilling fun. I had a blast and a half.
I loved
So
Him, Pat, Josh, and I finally got to meet IRL.
yeah,
IRL and
exactly.
Susie.
Yeah, exactly.
Susie.
Next year, Brett, you got to get in that mix, brother.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it.
It's
Say
easy
well.
to
I'll
go
be
from
there.
Portland, Oregon to Rochester, New York.
It's easy.
Yeah, just drive through
Yeah,
Canada.
that's easy.
Straight
I
shot.
think I just waited too long to buy a ticket.
Fly into Columbus or
it was gonna
Cleveland.
be
I'll
like
pick you up.
$1,000. I was like, ah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You waited way too long.
Yeah, part of me
That's
wants to
okay.
caravan it next year. Like, all right, whatever. Okay. For the Raiders, we stream every single Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern, playing through a homebrew setting called Wayward Shores, which will be available for purchase in the future. And we do all sorts of other streams here at Geekly Inc. Twitch. Thank you so much. We're gonna go ahead and do a raid as well. Clicking, but
Yeah, let's raid
some raid
Aswell.
Aswell?
What's up?
That's a good. I like That's a great
What's up?
name. Aswell.
All right, stick around. Say what's up. Say hi. Be friends. See you
Yeah.
next Thursday.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
I did it.